Bitch, they cut my fucking throat. This is why you can't play with people. Stay tuned. The next time I'm on an operating table, somebody better be giving me a fat ass or pulling a baby out of me. So I made it to the other side, and not the side where y'all can't see me no more. My throat is really, really sore. I sound a little raspy, but your girl's still here. Hey, y'all. Today is day 1 after my surgery, and my voice is a little hoarse. That's the glue and stuff they used on my neck. I thought it was only supposed to be from like here, from like over here to here, but it's like down the center. And this is my cute bra from adoreme.com. I ain't feel like putting on no shirt, so bear with me. But I forgot, fat girl nudity is different from skinny girl nudity. Anyway, I wanted to give you guys a brief overlay of what happened during my surgery. It was kind of cute. Where do I start? So I went in at about 7 o'clock to Houston Methodist, the Willowbrook Hospital. After that, I waited until about 7:45, greeted by the nurses, who didn't really seem too pleasant at first, but I'm just going to check it up to, I must have some really fucking strong energy where people assume I'm going to be a certain way. But after like a few minutes of laughing and joking, everything went cool. My nurses were cool. Miss Kelly was cool. Dr. Patel, my anesthesiologist, was amazing. Dr. Ayar, he seemed cool, but I barely spoke to him. Even when I went in for my consult, I spoke to his PA, John Murphy. Excuse me if it's sounding weird, but it's a little labored. It's like I'm having labored breathing. So I gotta catch a breath where I can. That is gonna get me to the precipice of this video. So, surgery was supposed to start at 9 o'clock. Surgery didn't start until, I want to say 10:15. So I wound up taking a nap before they came in there. When anesthesiologist Dr. Patel came in, she explained to me all the complications and different things that could happen, that my larynx or esophagus, whatever, it could collapse because I had to be intubated. And, you know, if that happened, when she took it out, she would double check to make sure I was breathing okay by myself, you know, because they also were going to be going in and adjusting things around my vocal cord and so on and so forth. So it could, you know, swell and cause it to close. Cool. I get out of surgery. Of course, I'm probably high, and I didn't know what was going on. And I am no novice to surgery, so I don't scare easily when it comes to surgery. I don't panic and shit like that. So this kind of goes to my theory, and so I may lose some people listening to this. But it is so true when they say that in the medical field, anywhere pretty much in life, but in the medical field, when a black woman says she's in pain, it is disregarded. It is thought of as hypochondria. It is thought of as she's stretching the facts. I got up, but I woke up, or I became more conscious, and I realized I couldn't breathe. Now, it's bad, but I think women, people in general, they do this. Like, you don't want to freak out, and you don't, more so you'll fuck yourself over so somebody else feels comfortable. So I had my male nurse there who was amazing. I can't even think of his name, but he's there. And then I'm trying to breathe. I can't breathe. So I'm just like the quick breath trying to get. So I sit there and I'm panting for about 2 minutes. I'm trying to breathe. I'm like, okay, Rachel, you're gonna die. I got way too much stuff in there. But either way, I'm like, Rachel, you're gonna die. You have to say something. So I say, sir, I can't breathe. And he said, what? What? You can't breathe? My dogs are going crazy right now. So I tell him I can't breathe. He starts to panic. And it's crazy because I feel like he's panicking more than me. And he's like, well, what does it feel like? I could be a bitch. Like I can't breathe. So he goes, okay, so they're looking, well, her blood saturation is at 100%. Da, da, da. So like, but he's looking at me. He's like, I can tell she can't breathe. So he's literally like running back and forth across the unit trying to find a doctor. He finds this doctor and he tells him, she says she can't breathe. He walks over so cavalierly, so nonchalant. He looks at me. I look at him. What's wrong? Now, at this point, it's even hard for me to talk, so I point to the guy. So the guy knew on cue, she can't breathe. What do you feel? Like I can't breathe. So, like I can't breathe. Okay, what's her blood saturation? It's 100. Okay, so she's obviously breathing. So it's getting worse as they're standing there. And I remember telling myself, I said, Rachel, you're going to die. And earlier, before my surgery, I sent out like a lot of text messages to people. I never do that shit. I've never felt any type of anything prior to a surgery. So I'm like, you're going to die. That shit scared me. So I started to cry. So as I'm crying, I gotta figure out the nurse's name or the orderly, whoever he was. He gets tissue. He's patting my eyes, trying to wipe my tears. He's rubbing my thigh. He's like, it's okay. I'm gonna figure something out. Because I think even he realized the doctor didn't give a fuck. So he goes, well, so the doctor, I had said to him, I said, please move away from me. I said, it is evident that you don't care. And it's only going to frustrate me more, which is only going to exacerbate my condition. Please move away from me. So he looked at me. He stood there. And I said, oh, he got me fucked up. I said, sir, move away from me. So he moves. And he snapped. I guess he's like, is she serious? So he moves away, but he stands like cat-a-corner a little bit away from me, and he's watching. So the nurse comes and he's giving me like this like nebulizer treatment or something. I remember like one of my exes, they had to do that because they had asthma. So the doctor comes over and he's like, yeah, because she has asthma. You have asthma, right? I said, no. High blood pressure? No. What do you have? Nothing. I'm just fat. Okay, well, yeah. So at this point, I'm extra frustrated. I'm crying, and when you cry, that already throws off your breathing. So now it seems as though the doctor cares more because he realizes I don't have asthma. Well, what does it feel like is on your chest? I said, that would be the correct question to ask. I said, it doesn't feel like anything's on my chest. Well, I'm going to get a stethoscope and listen to your lungs. I said, my lungs are textbook, just like my uterus. These are things I know about me because I've been to certain doctors and I've been told this over and over and over. Like, my shit is perfect. So, my breathing abilities are also amazing. Like every time I went to a pulmonologist or any type of pulmonary test, they're like, wow, the amount of oxygen and like breathing this and do that. And like, you're amazing. Like, how are your lungs so good coming from New York City and having a mom as a smoker? But either way, did all that. And I'm telling him there's nothing wrong with my lungs. He checks my lungs. There's nothing wrong with your lungs. So I just started laughing. So I got ready to tell the guy to get away from me again. But I said, Rachel, that's just a waste of breath. Just excuse my voice. This is getting raspy again. So I just decided, focus on the nurse. So I start focusing on the nurse. And again, at this point, I really do think I'm about to die. So I say to him, I say, thank you. Thank you. I see that you're trying to do everything you can. Thank you. I'm not mad at you. So the doctor suggests giving me something. It wasn't debutamy because debutamy speeds up your heart. It was something else to slow everything down. He said, yeah, because she's just anxious. She's anxious. And I remember saying to him, sir, I know what I'm feeling. This is not my first surgery. To me, this is not my most invasive surgery. It's not anxiety. I just can't fucking breathe. So they give me the other nebulizer treatment or whatever like that. That did start to work because it felt like it was opening up my airway. But it was more so my throat, not my lungs. And it felt pretty much just like there was phlegm. So, it felt like phlegm in my throat. And if you've ever tried to swallow, or you can do it now, you can halfway swallow. Put like spit to the back of your throat and just like kind of leave it there. You'll be able to breathe, but it's something that occurs that just becomes so uncomfortable where you're breathing, but it's not a full breath. And either way, long story short, They give me the little nebulizer treatment. They give me this other stuff for anxiety. And I tell myself, Rachel, if you don't calm down, you're going to die. So just calm down, because now I'm pissed off by this doctor. I'm crying, which I know is making it worse. The nurse is rubbing on me. In all honesty, it was the sweetest gesture under the sun. But I don't like to be touched. So that was kind of annoying me, but I know he was trying to nurture me. And I want to say after like 15 minutes of going through this, feeling like I'm about to black out, it was God. I just started breathing. I closed my eyes. I tuned everything out and started breathing. I was like, I just started thinking about it. I just really started thinking about everything. I said, okay, I have a sister who is about to have like $1 billion industry, you know, and she's going to need help. I have my industries, which are going to be billion and trillion dollar industries. I have a mom that's still alive, my dad, my 2 dogs, best friends. I have, you know, things that I'm trying to get accomplished. I'm like, you can't go right now. Like, this is not the best time. You've already talked to God. You've spoken to Mother Universe. You're not going right now. Don't make this that moment. So after all that was said and done, the doctor disappeared, which I feel he was the devil. And he disappeared. I didn't see him anymore. And my nurse was still there with me. My anesthesiologist came over within that meantime, and she began to rub on me and tell me it was okay, tell me to breathe, tell me to calm down. God always puts angels around you. And even if you don't believe in God, the universe is going to supply you with really, really high vibrational beings. And I think they were it. And any time before I have a surgery, I always talk to everybody in the room. I'm like, how are you feeling today? Did you eat breakfast? Are you upset with anyone? What surgeries have you completed? You know, are you tired? Just basic questions to make sure everybody's on the same page so I don't die because you have an attitude that your wife didn't give you head that morning. But besides that, the experience as a whole was interesting. Medicine-wise, I don't do well with narcotics. I don't like them. Like, it does to me, any type of medicine, really. It always has like an adverse effect on me. And sometimes I can deal with like ibuprofen, but all the other heavy shit that people like die to get, like Tramadol and goddamn codeine, Tylenol 6, Tylenol 3, I could do without those. So they gave me Tramadol. I took the Tramadol maybe 9 hours after having surgery, and to me, it really didn't do anything. It didn't even soothe the muscle or the nerve around that area. So I still had some Tylenol 6 and I had some Tylenol 3. I took the Tylenol 3 and just went to sleep. Woke up. I am sore right now. And I know it's probably going to get worse, but I'm not going to take anything probably for like another hour, maybe 2. We'll see. Besides that, yes, so they gave me Tramadol. They also gave me this thing to wash with. So I'm going to do, actually, this is going to be the end of the video. And I'm going to film another video to put at the beginning just to show you guys exactly what they gave me and what my pre-op instructions were, which is pretty basic to any operation. But if you made it this far through the video, thank you for watching. Let me give you a little glimpse of the neck again. So I decided to come in here and show you exactly what they had me use prior to surgery. It's called Hebiclens. And I was told to use that on the area twice. So pretty much I had to use it the night before, take a bath, use it. They said to avoid your genitals. So I did not put it on the nook. And avoid your hair. And then they said the day of, the morning before surgery, do it again, same area, cleanse it as good as you can, and you'll be good from there. So I did that, got into the hospital. Monday was my pre-op testing. So I had to go and I did my COVID-19 testing, came back negative like within 8 hours, which was crazy because I'm like, why is everybody else waiting so long, or being made to wait so long? Then I did my blood work, and after that I went home. Thursday morning, got to the hospital at 7, was seen by 8-ish, 7:30-ish or whatever, by like the nurses and stuff like that. Then the doctor, he was late. Surgery was scheduled. So the surgery was scheduled at 9. I don't think I went into surgery until about 10:30. So that was interesting, and I hate waiting, but it was what it was. Got out of surgery. I remember it being like 1:50 or so when I finally got a chance to look at the what do you call that thing? The clock. And then I was picked up by around 3:30, 4 o'clock. Got home and just wanted to sleep, but I couldn't sleep. It's like that sleepy you feel where you just can't sleep. Definitely feel a lot of hoarseness. I feel like there's so much phlegm in my throat. I just don't know what to do with it. Anybody that knows me knows, like, when I'm going through something, the first thing I'm going to do is do something to my hair and beat my face. And I didn't want So I just didn't want to sit in here feeling all kinds of blah. So I decided to do what I normally do. I'm not necessarily nervous, but I am, I guess, nervous to see how everything is going to go. The cut is a lot bigger than I thought. But then my sister was saying she doesn't believe the whole thing is a cut. She just thinks that it's the glue, because I also have glue over here, but there's no cut over there. So we will see what happens, but this is only day 1 after my Hemi Thyroidectomy right lobe.